welcome back. Welcome back. We're doing something a little different here today. So, as we promised, or as I promised, I said we are going to bring a deck profile. First place locals the other night, Monday night locals. It was a smaller tournament. We only had 3 rounds of Swiss, but maybe it was 4 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds of Swiss, whichever. But Whitewoods, guys, we're still on Whitewoods, and remember I tested it so you didn't have to. So now I'm going with a deck profile and showing you this build, so you don't have to venture out too far, right? You're playing your 3 Stellar. She is your bread and butter to start your combo. You can combo without a Stellar. You can go into a different Whitewoods monster, but this little lady here is going to get you that special summon into Sylvie. Sylvie's going to get your search for Tails, and you're just going to snowball after that. So a Stellar is your normal summon that you like to see. 3 of. I run 3 Elzette. Our other little lady here, she'll be able to special summon and pitch one of your toy box monsters or a spell or trap to reset, and then allowing you to search another Whitewoods monster. Generally, we would like to either, if we don't have a Stellar already, we like to get a Stellar for a normal summon, or we can get our Rosia or Roselia for a special summon. I am playing 2 Sylvie. I didn't really like to see any more than that. 2 was enough for me. She can be normal summoned, or she could be special summoned with a Stellar, and she'll be able to get you your Whitewood spell or trap. Run Roselia, she's not a starter, she is very much an extender. 1, C and 2, odd things often got bricky and odd. So 1 of, when she is special summoned, she will allow you to send to be able to draw 1. So that's really just using her getting into the synchro. That was good enough. So those are your engine monsters for Whitewoods that we played. So going into some non-engine, but sort of grandfathered into engine, honorary engine, is our toy box. So our toy soldiers. We're going to run 3 toy soldiers. This gentleman, you can set him as a spell or trap, and then when you pop him in the graveyard, he'll special summon himself back on, and if you do control a toy box, he can get you into one of your level 4 light monsters. So your Sylvie, your Roselia, or others, just depending. So he's a very, very good card. Very good card. 1 tank. Same thing when pop, special summon back onto the board. This one, if you do already have toy box on the board, you can tribute this for a level 6 or lower. Actually, let me make sure I have that correctly. So yeah, so a level 6 or lower monster. He came up quite a few times, pitching himself to get back out one of our tuners or another monster. So yeah, it was great. Tuner or one of our Stellar or Elzettes. So those are our toy box monsters. Next up, we have 1 Primera. This is Centurion. Primera was, best girl. So Centurion, if you don't know it, they play out of the spell trap card zone, special summoning themselves with an effect. So one Primera, 1 Trudea, 1 Garg. Garg's gonna come back to your hand after you synchro. Trudea is what we want to start with. Placing her with our field spell, special summoning her back out, getting Primera on the board, special summon Primera, and snowballing into our Centurion combo. We're running 1 Magna Hut and 1 Jerusalem. They can help get us into our 10 Synchro, which is generally just our Chaos Angel. If you are, get rid of those Fiendsmith cards. I like having them as a good form of interrupting those graveyard combos. Another very interesting tech choice is that Iris Sword Soul. So Iris here, she will allow you to special summon her if you control a monster on your board that has their effects negated. So I think if you're familiar with Whitewoods, then you'll know. So when she special summon, you're gonna be able to special summon another monster from your deck. So that came up once. It was cool. I think it'll come up more as time goes on. 3 Ash. You know what Ash is for, and I'm oddly enough just running 2 Veilers. That's all I needed. Those are your hand traps. So those are all your monsters. We're going with 1 Tales of the White Forest getting into our spells, one Tales of the White Forest, 1 Reinforcements, that's going to be able to search your soldier, and 1 Triple Tactics. Those are our spells, 1 ofs. Again, I didn't need to see any more or less of those. The toy box is going to be at 3. This is going to set your toy soldier or toy tank to pop. Also, getting more than one of these, because it is a soft once per turn, you can use the second effect and pop them right away if you need some extra bodies on the board. So also give you a little bit of defense. If you have a face down spell or trap card, you can pitch to destroy your opponent's monster if they should try to attack. And 2 of our field spell for Centurion, allowing us to set a Centurion Archer Dea from our deck, or our Primera, depending on how we want to activate it or go about it. So Emblem of Oath is going to set our field spell or a Centurion monster. It is a quick play. You can do it on your opponent's turn if you need to, but it is very much a handy piece of tech to get us into our Centurion combo. Getting into the trap cards, we're going to run 1 Woes, 1 Mannadium Reframing, 1 Failings. This is nice to have. You'll be able to special summon a White Woods monster and synchro summon immediately after our honorary Omni Negate here, since we do run a synchro based deck here. If we do have the Visas on board, it negates and destroys. If we have a synchro, it just negates, but that's fine. And our Centurion Failings, which is going to banish a monster on the board, doesn't have to be our opponent's. We can dodge things with that, and then when it's in the graveyard, with banish, can return at our next standby phase. And then once it's in the graveyard, and should we have a Centurion synchro in there, we can special summon it back onto the board. 3 of our imperms, so gives us more interruption, more negate, and 1 statue Azaroon, and 1 skill drain, guys. Yeah, we can pop it. We can work well around skill drain. This should be mained as it stands right now, and that is our deck, guys. That's what we're working with. So going into the extra deck, Reselia, 1 Silvera, and 1 Diabel. Pretty standard. 1 Centurion Legatia and 1 Auxilla for our Centurion line. 1 of our Chaos Angel, Crimson Dragon at 1, Coral Dragon, and Cosmic Blazar at run. I am going to eventually run to 2 Cosmic Blazar, I believe, once Azamina comes out, but for now we are at 1. Our Visas Amatera, he was going to set our Omni Negate. Also, he is a 8 tuner, in which will help us get into other synchro lines. 1 SP and 1 of our Solo Hat. And then a little bit of a spicy tech that we should have been seeing going around now is Muddy Mud and Muddy Mud's effect to pitch a light going into Albion. And Albion's effect banishing Albion, and Muddy going into our Dragoon. So that is the extra deck. Dragoon gets us an extra negate, and this will change depending on where you're playing, but it did work for me here. 3 Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood came in clutch. Actually wanted to test it out, and it actually won the last series against Snake Eyes. They combo off, and you gain life points, and then eventually if you don't die, you go into time. But whatever, it's a time card, and it works, and it's very much a tech that we should probably be playing, going into your, really sweaty tournaments. But Molchami Prolia, this will be taken out once we get Ferraros, but still works. A little bit of a different thing here. Secret Village, the spellcasters. That is our floodgates. Gonna stop them from using their spells unless they have a spellcaster on board. So that's unless a lot don't, but Diabel Star, if they are running her, that's about it. They have to have her on board. Really cuts the opponents off. Going second, we have your Dark Ruler. Because I do respect Diabel, 1 Power Filter, 1 Feather Duster, 2D Barriers, and another goat of the series, which we won our second match, against Snake Eyes with that Power Sync Stone. This one is amazing. I'm probably going to run it more than one going forward. Maybe cut one of the dimensional berries, but this here, you flip it on your opponent's turn, you special summon one of your either Roselia or Silvera back from the graveyard, you activate another effect, boom, it's activated. So it shuts them down. They picked up round 2. So yeah, it was 2-0 against Gravekeepers, 2-0 against Ragnarika, Plant, Pile, and lost the die roll, lost game 1, won game 2, going first against Snake Eyes, then won game 3, going against Snake Eyes. I believe that was the case. So yeah, that was it. So guys, yeah, that is Whitewoods. If you do want to see more of this in action, go ahead and check out the Whitewoods video that I posted some time ago, just about the lines. I will do a updated gameplay video once we do get that Azumina support coming here in Rage of Abyss, and I'll do another deck profile. But until then, OGs, we're out.